In order to deal with the problem of imported rape from lesser developed cultures, feminists in Sweden are arranging a women's-only music festival. This initiative came from a public service media worker, of course, and her reasoning being, let's put together a festival where only non-men are welcome. And let's do this until all men have learned how to behave. Because who is it that rapes? Men do. So what would happen if you had a festival with no men? That's kind of my line of reasoning here. Yeah, well, if men are the problem, it's really interesting how Finland had 2 major music festivals with no reported sex crime. 0. I guess this is because there's no pornography in Finland that can turn men into evil rape monsters, right? And I also guess that this has nothing to do with their low levels of immigration. Could it be because Finland is white? I mean, time and time again we've seen how certain types of men are causing way more problems at music festivals than there ever was before in Sweden. So if you're gonna generalize and point out entire groups of people, at least do it right. I mean, yeah, sure, men can be problematic, but non-white men are way worse than any other category. Because their cultures suck ass. The festival arranger basically said that a male-free festival is a rape-free festival. Well, now you've kinda laid the foundation for a situation where if there would be rape at this feminist male-free festival, it would be hard for people not to laugh. Because women are capable of sex crime too. And I mean, personally, I don't find sexual abuse to be funny. But you're really insisting on creating an inappropriate future punchline. I'm just saying, the internet usually doesn't show mercy. Now, a lot of people ask me to do a video on this, but I kind of feel like it's a non-issue. I mean, this is a prime example of the type of news that you should just ignore, because it's just really dumb, and the media does this from time to time. They publish some really absurd, retarded shit. Actually, I don't want to say retarded because it's an insult to retarded people. They publish some really stupid shit that's basically just meant to piss people off. They do this every time to time. They publish something so fucking absurd that people are gonna share the shit out of it just because it pisses them off, which generates ad revenue. Lots of ad revenue. They're no better than clickbait, okay? We saw that shit with PewDiePie. Sometimes they're just not better than the cheapest level of clickbait. So consider this more of a video to address the type of shit that you shouldn't let get to you. Now, of course, the feminist line of reasoning here is absurd, but at the same time, it's not worth getting upset about. And I'm gonna explain why. Now, just think about this for a second. People go to music festivals to have irresponsible sex, drink way too much alcohol, and inhale something. Sometimes they want to listen to their favorite bands, but often that's not even a factor either, because really all they want to do is just party and let loose. People don't go to music festivals to have sober platonic bonding with the same sex. They want to be a whore without charging, both girls and guys. So a women's only music festival couldn't possibly be a successful business venture. We're talking guaranteed bankruptcy. Misandry isn't common. Most women don't hate men. They wanna fuck them, okay? A tiny minority of radical feminists that want to avoid men isn't a lucrative target audience. And what kind of decent artist would show up at this small SJW festival where they're not gonna be getting much of a paycheck, if you know what I mean? This project just isn't financially viable. Besides, women in group are fucking terrible. It's impossible for women to be friends without stabbing each other in the back, fucking someone's boyfriend, and getting upset over things that they refuse to speak clearly about. A women's only festival would be the loudest cackle reserve on the entire planet for the first 2 days, and on the last 2 days, it would be the most silent place on earth, because everyone is giving each other the silent treatment. Oh my god, I can't believe that she wore the same thing as me. That girl is so hot that I'm just gonna hate her for no reason. Why I can't believe she got bigger tits than me. Feminists talk about sisterhood, but then they still act like complete cunts, never doing anything to disprove the negative female stereotype. So just chill out. Stop bitching about reverse sexism towards men, and just watch the social justice warriors implode on themselves. I've had people sending me this news story with long rants attached, and I'm just like, can't you see how little this matters? This isn't gonna go anywhere. Ultimately, the free market decides the course of things, and music festivals are about money, because money is what enables it to be a festival. And from a corporate point of view, this just isn't gonna pay off. Obscure angle, small potential audience, not interesting. Now here's a tip for all of you perverts out there. If you got a thing for radical feminists, then just head over to this festival and say that you identify as a woman. And they can't turn you down because that would be transphobic. So if you like purple hair and bushy armpits, just head over there and get laid. Because you see, the pussy to cock ratio is gonna be like 99 to 1. You're gonna be like the only guy there, so they're gonna get hungry at some point. And it's gonna be a fucking orgy for you, dude. If you plan on going through with this, I advise you to bring a camera and record it, because if they turn you down because of your gender, you get a viral video scandal on your hands. And if they don't turn you down, you got Intersectional Gangbangs Volume 1. So it's a win-win situation. I'm also thinking it would be kind of funny to walk up to a group of migrants, fresh off the boat, and be like, hey, welcome to Sweden. If you want to meet some really tolerant, open-minded ladies with some really open legs, head over to this music festival and tell them that you're girls. And they're gonna be all like... So you just dangle a banana in front of them and chuck it into the festival area, and you got a recipe for chaos. Now, I don't have that big of a rape fetish, so I mean, personally, I don't like feminist opinions, but I still don't want to see them get hurt or harmed in any way, because I'm not a bigoted social justice warrior. So personally, I wouldn't want to do it, but as a thought experiment, it's pretty interesting. It would be an interesting test of tolerance. Meaning perhaps that we're better off without tolerance. At least sometimes. So that's all I had for this one. Take care of yourselves and try not to get too triggered by feminists. Namaste!